Thank you, Madam President. Well, we've made some progress in proceeding with this very important issue, and members are obviously coming to the floor to talk about their amendments and offer their viewpoints on this legislation. I would just point out that I hope that we have a chance to consider some of the other amendments that we've been talking about, the issue of whether companies who are in the tar sand business should be paying into the oil spill liability trust fund. And we talked earlier today about how the oil spill liability trust fund, which U.S. companies are required to pay into, is critical for cleanup. And I want to add some documents to the record that in this case we had in Kalamazoo, that the company may have hit its cap, and so may, for that Kalamazoo spill on tar sands, maybe then asking the oil spill liability trust fund to actually recoup benefits that they had to pay out. So to me, this is a very important issue. Here's a company, we have tar sands spilling into the Kalamazoo River and actually costing, I think it was something like $1.2 billion. And instead of this company paying into the trust fund and paying for costs on this, they basically are going to take money that U.S. companies paid into the trust fund and be recouped because of this. So I just want to get this right, and I hope that we can work with our colleagues on another amendment on that process. And I'd also like to enter into the record a article that just appeared in the paper from the AP about how TransCanada is said to, quote, offer landowners a price for their land in Nebraska, at which point, if they don't come to an agreement by this Friday, that the company can use eminent domain to take the land. So while I think this is very interesting that Congress is trying to expedite a process here by which the TransCanada pipeline is approved, and the Nebraska Supreme Court made a decision basically on standing and had 4 of the 7 justices say that this was unconstitutional, what the legislature did in trying to take away the public interest standard. This company is not waiting 1 second to say that property owners who never got the public interest standard met are going to get short-shifted again, and they're just going to go ahead. So I don't see why Congress is trying to help a special interest hurry and make a decision when they're not trying to give any landowner the benefit of a process or give landowners the ability to negotiate. They're just going to go ahead with eminent domain. So it's a very interesting tale that we're going to talk a lot more about in the pursuing days, about all the special attempts that TransCanada has done to try to move ahead with this pipeline without following due process. And as I noted earlier this morning, I found it very interesting that at the very time the State Department was saying to TransCanada, your current proposal goes through an aquifer and really should go somewhere else, TransCanada was lending support here in Congress to say go ahead and approve the pipeline through the aquifer by saying the State Department had to approve it. So here is clearly somebody that just wants this pipeline no matter what, no matter where, and is going to use every attempt to not follow the rules. So we hope that we'll have a very healthy debate about why Congress shouldn't be entering into this kind of special interest deal on behalf of this company. I thank the President, and I yield the floor.